As we conclude this 2011 opponent video series, in the 12th and final preview, we're going to talk about the 2011 Boston College Eagles. When you look at the Eagles on the field, they are loaded as they return 15 starters from 2010 that went just 4-4 in league play and 7-6 overall, losing the Fight Hunger Bowl to Nevada. But they lose 8 starters from that team. Frank Spaziani is in his 3rd year running things in Chestnut Hill. He's done okay up there. However, this will be a challenging year for him. Though, where they could show the most improvement is on offense. They have a new offensive coordinator in Kevin Rogers running the show. And he gets their quarterback, Reddick, back. Last year, he threw for 1,218 yards and 6 touchdowns at his 9th start as the signal caller. Excuse me. They have a stud running back, in Harris. He has a chance to be the best running back in ACC history. He has 3,600 career rushing yards, 15th on the all-time ACC rushing list. Now, to spell Harris, Andre Williams is going to return to give Boston College a 1-2 punch and a very solid pair of running backs, which would really open up the passing game for Reddick. And he gets a better core of receivers back as well. They get tight end Chris Pantali back and wide receivers Colin Lamar Jr., Elani Moma, Bobby Swigert, and Clyde Lee. However, their biggest task offensively will be to rebuild that offensive line, which lost key players to graduation and only returned 2 starters in their center Spinney and their tackle Cleary, and also has senior Nathan Richmond at guard, who started 10 games at either center or guard in 2010, as well as sophomore guard Ian White, who started 3 games as a freshman, as well as their other tackle in Wetzel. These were starters coming out of the spring, so it will be tough for them to gel. But I think as the season goes on, you start to see them gelling more. Defensively, let's start with Mark Herslich. I mean, his story was just inspirational, coming back from cancer. I mean, the way he came back and produced last year was just remarkable, completely remarkable. But you don't replace a guy like a leader like Mark Herslich with just anyone. And however, they will be led by their linebackers Pierre Louis and Kuechly, who led the latter, the former Pierre Louis, led the nation in tackles last year. As for Kuechly, he's a player that will be in the running for National Defensive Player of the Year. Now, when you look at what Bill McGovern, Boston College's defensive coordinator, gets back in the secondary, it's not that bad. What he has back there is Fletcher, their cornerback, and their strong safety, Noel. They combined to have 9 interceptions and 16 defended passes back there in 10. Now on the line, they do get back their senior Ramsey and their junior defensive end Holloway. Now when you look at the Eagles' schedule in 2011, this team is going to compete. Now Spaziani teams usually get the most of what he has to work with. So he may not have a lot, but the job they do, he gets the most out of his personnel. He does a tremendous job of what he has. Now they get Northwestern at home out of conference. They get FSU coming into town on a Thursday night, November 3rd. And they go to UCF and Notre Dame out of conference. And in conference, they have to go to Miami at the end of the year. And before that, they go to Virginia Tech and Maryland back-to-back weeks. But they'll be competitive. However, at the end of the day, my prediction for Boston College in 2011 is going to be 7-5 and 4-4 in the ACC Atlantic. Well, with this video, this concludes the 12-part opponent video series for 2011. It was a pleasure to do this series, as I do every year. And here's to another great college football season. I'm out. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.